What really goes on a photo shoot? How do I do my photo shoots? A little insight on my photo shoots. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Aris Gandhi and today I am going to tell you how I do my photo shoots. Because I get a lot of questions, a lot of messages, a lot of DMs, a lot of comments, and people want to come and attend my photo shoots. They want to assist me at times, or they just want to be a spectator and watch how I do my photo shoots. So I thought, let me make a video on that and how I plan my shoots, how I decide how I want to shoot, what gear do I use, where do I shoot, how do I shoot the behind the scenes, everything. So let's get on with this video. But before that, if you are new to this channel, welcome, and please do consider subscribing because we're going to have some fun. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So we start from the start when we plan a shoot, or when I plan a shoot with a model. Now, the first thing we do is decide on the looks, the kind of pictures. We take references from the internet, from Pinterest, from various places, and we kind of share images as in what is the kind of pictures we want to create. Is it a very high fashion look? Is it a moody look? Is it like a little sexy look? Is it like a little corporate kind of a look? So first things first comes the styling, the kind of clothes that we decide to wear. And if we have a stylist on board, then we kind of pitch the ideas with the stylist. The stylist gives us some references. We pick the best that we like, and roughly on an average on a photo shoot, we kind of decide to shoot about 3 to 4 looks mostly. Then if there is no stylist, then I kind of suggest the model to get his or her clothes, which will go with the references that we decide to shoot. Now, once the looks are decided, what we're going to wear is decided, we decide the location. Where do we shoot? Now, it's either outdoors or either indoors, or at times both. So now if we are shooting outdoors, we have to decide accordingly that what kind of clothes will look good in a broad daylight, or exterior somewhere in a park or on the beach or near a graffiti wall, or some interesting location like a fort or something like that. And accordingly, we kind of decide on the looks and the dresses and the things that we can manage in an outdoor shoot. It's not too cumbersome, it's not too tricky to manage such clothes in an outdoor shoot. And at times I need to go at the location, do some recce before the shoot, so that I exactly know that, okay, I will shoot this model against this backdrop, these pillars, this staircase, this crossing, or whatever. And once I have a rough idea, then we decide on the location and then we go there and shoot. Now, if you plan to shoot indoors, there are various options in that also. At times somebody wants studio shots, but if they don't want studio, do static kind of shots, then of course if they have some interesting place or their house is very interesting and they have a little space. Otherwise, sometimes we shoot at a lounge, in a cafe, sometimes in a hotel room or a resort. So it depends on what's available, what do we have available for the shoot, and what's the budget like at times. So accordingly, we kind of figure out that where do we shoot indoors and what do we need for indoors, what kind of clothes, and if it's outdoors, then what do we need. So that's the next thing, that's the location, which is decided either outdoors or indoors. Next, gear. Okay, so this can be a endless topic, but I'll tell you roughly what do I carry. Firstly, a camera, but of course, and I carry my camera. It's either the Sony a7R III or the Sony a7C, which I have. And with that, I carry my lenses, I carry my whole bag. Basically, I'll tell you what all I have in my camera bag. That is the Sony 55mm 1.8 lens. For portraits, mostly I use that. Then I have the Tamron 28 to 75mm 2.8, which is like the most versatile lens ever. Then for, of course, little more close-up shot, macro shots, I have the 90mm Sony 2.8 macro lens, which is also very good for portraits. Then for ultra-wide shots, I have the 17 to 28 Tamron lens, which is used rarely, but at times you never know. So that's roughly what I have in my camera bag, my camera and my lenses. Of course, I carry my mics at times if I need to kind of do some like a vlogging kind of a thing. I have my Deity Duo mic, which is like a nice dual mic, which has a front and a back side, so you can record from either sides. So yeah, that's roughly my gear when it comes to camera, lenses, and the mic. Now the lights. Well, lights depends on where am I shooting. Now let's start with outdoors. If I'm shooting exteriors, if I'm shooting outdoors, mostly I hardly carry any lights. At the most, I carry a flashlight, a strobe light like the Godox AD200 or the Godox AD600, which was too used, but I don't carry that anymore. But mostly the Godox AD200 or the Godox AD100 Pro. So I carry these lights if needed, but mostly if I'm shooting outdoors, exteriors, I use the natural light. I use the sun in the best way possible with the sunlight and the shade. And in fact, if you want to go more in detail as to how I click outdoor pictures, I made a video just for that, the link of which will be in the description down below, so you can see that video after this video. So like I said, I use the sun, the shadow, the patterns that are forming with natural light, and if I need a little fill, at times I use a 5-in-1 reflector which I always carry when I'm on my outdoor shoots, and this one flash. If I need to give a fill on the face and the model is standing facing the back towards the sun, then that's a little useful at times, but otherwise I don't use any other lights when I'm shooting outdoors. Now shooting indoors. So indoors, there could be endless possibilities. There could be different kind of locations. There could be a location where a lot of natural light is coming through the windows. There could be French windows. There could be no windows at all. So it depends on what the location is, where am I shooting. If it's a small hotel room, then I may need more lights. If it's like a little more airy, breezy resort kind of a thing, if it's a openish cafe, then it could be a little more different depending on the ambience light they already have. So you have to kind of think in advance, kind of plan in advance, and then accordingly carry what you need to carry. But there's no harm in carrying a little more at times, because you never know what you may need. But my favorite lights mostly are LED light or constant lights or continuous lights, because I shoot a lot of video, I shoot a lot of fashion films also along with my pictures. So that kind of serves a dual purpose. I use this Aputure LED panel, which is the Tri-8C, and along with that I use the Godox LC500R, the light stick. Both these lights are very versatile, very compact, very easy to carry, so I carry them around. And I also have these Aputure MC small little those lights, very easy to carry, and kind of like that light at the back. That's the Aputure MC, and they are very easy to carry anywhere and just use as like a little fill light or like a ambience light, and kind of give a little mood to the pictures or video, whatever I'm shooting. So yeah, so these are my lights, and if I need other flashlights, I have my Godox AD200 and the Godox AD100 Pro, which I use for the flash photography. So that's mostly my light setup which I carry. I don't carry too many lights, but yeah, 2 lights, roughly 2 to 3 lights is good enough, because there is usually a window, there is usually some natural light coming in, so I use that to my advantage and kind of use the other lights to just fill in. And apart from lights, I also carry my gimbal, which is very useful, especially in outdoors. Indoors, at times I can manage just using the camera handheld, but in outdoors, when there's a lot of space and if I want to capture like a little movement with the model running around, doing a little 360, then a gimbal is very, very useful. So it's nice to have a gimbal when I'm shooting these fashion films or music videos or stuff like that. Now, a lot of times I shoot, when I'm shooting these smaller shoots, I don't have an assistant with me. So how do I shoot my behind the scenes, the BTS? So my BTS I shoot with the DJI Osmo Pocket, which is a nice versatile little small camera, and I just put it on a tripod on one side, and then on the other side sometimes I put the Insta360 1R camera, which is also like a nice wide angle. So with both these cameras together, I kind of shoot my behind the scenes, and which I usually use for my vlogs or my YouTube videos to show how I shoot my shoots. So yeah, that's roughly my setup. I think I didn't miss out anything as such. So now when the shoot is done, I kind of go home, dump all my footage, put it into Lightroom and make a catalog on Lightroom, and then I usually shoot on RAW and JPEG, especially the pictures, and so that the RAW I can use for editing, but JPEGs I can quickly send to the model or the client, and they can kind of quickly decide and shortlist along with me and decide that, okay, fine, these are the top 5 or 10 pictures that we are going to finally edit and use. So yeah, once they decide on their final images, I start my editing process in Lightroom and in Photoshop. So I combine both these softwares, Lightroom and Photoshop, and I edit my pictures. For videos, I use Adobe Premiere, and yeah, I think we are done here. That was a sudden abrupt end, but yeah, that is how I do my photo shoots, that is how I plan, that is how I shoot, that is my process of shooting and my photo shoots. And if you have any other questions regarding any other details that I miss, you can always give a comment down below and I shall get back to you. And you can follow me and see my work of my fashion photography and my filmography and fashion films on my Instagram here. And until next time, keep shooting.